We've dedicated most of our broadcast to the historic breakthrough between the United States and Cuba. It's been more than 50 years since diplomatic ties were broken. Shortly after Fidel Castro took power, the U.S. imposed a trade embargo. CCTV's Jessica Stone reports on the growing sentiment in the United States to lift that embargo and what it would mean for Cuba's economy.
Since the 1959 revolution here and the stroke of U.S. President John F. Kennedy's pen in 1962, U.S. trade with Cuba has virtually ceased. The embargo was an American effort to bring democracy to the island. Other U.S. presidents followed, extending the embargo to foreign countries that trade with Cuba. But in 2009, breaking with half a century of U.S. policy toward communist Cuba, President Barack Obama lifted restrictions on Cuban Americans who want to travel and send money to their Cuban homeland. And with growing calls among a new generation of Cuban Americans to lift the embargo, many in the United States believe the time is now.
The embargo has been counterproductive in bringing democracy to the island.
The Cuban government estimates it has lost more than $1 trillion because of the embargo. Major U.S. agricultural producers say they are losing out as well. It's a point hit home in 2001 when the U.S. began exporting food to Cuba.
It's our hope that these initial shipments and sales to Cuba will serve the purpose of proving the point that it's a logical thing for Cuba and the United States to trade with one another.
But with an economy earning just $121 billion in 2012, Cuba's buying power is fairly low. Latin American policy analyst Juan Carlos Hidalgo says lifting the travel ban could change that. He says in 2013, nearly 600,000 U.S. travelers visited the long-forbidden island, spending an average of $6 million a day.
If you remove the travel ban and you allow Americans, all Americans, to travel freely to the island, that could have a huge economic impact on the welfare of the average Cuban family.
Jessica Stone, CCTV, Washington.